let's move on to the second main topic today. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Troy. And Troy writes, "Hey, John. Like you, I love A-List. I just received a message from them about watching pro football in an AMC theater. There is no charge for the game, but you need to purchase a $10 meal in order to go. I think this is absolutely brilliant. Have you heard about this? And what do you think?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Troy. And yep, I got the same message. I got a very surprising message the other day from AMC because I am an A-List member. And the basic gist is this. We are going to, at select AMC theaters, and there's a bunch of them. It's not like there's just 5 or 6. There's a bunch of them. In select AMC theaters, on Sundays, we're going to start showing some football games. And in our theaters that have the leather recliner seats. And you get to come for free. We're not even going to charge you. All you got to do, though, is do what you probably would have done anyway, which is at minimum buy a $10 food gift card. Basically, that's it. So you spend at least $10 in food and drink, which, let's be honest, if we're going to go to a place to watch the game, we're going to be spending more than that anyway. I have a couple of thoughts about this. Let's start with the negative one. Here's the first negative thought I have about it. The first negative thought is that unlike, say, when I go to a Buffalo Wild Wings to watch football, I have the option. They'll have about 40 different screens up, right? And when I show up to Buffalo Wild Wings on a Sunday to watch some football, they say, "Which game are you interested in?" And I'll say, normally, the Patriots game. And they'll, all right, Patriots game, and they bring out a chart of the seating chart for the entire restaurant. The Patriots game is being shown on TV 7, 14, and 19. So which one of the TVs you want to be close by? I'll go by that one. And they put me there. And so I can go there and watch any game that I want. The big drawback with this AMC one is that they only got one game. And if they're showing a game that isn't your team, or they're showing a game that's not a game you're interested in, or whatever, for football fans, that can be a major thing. So that's one big drawback right off the top. That being said, there's a couple of big advantages. I like going out to watch the football game. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally happy. I'm getting the NFL Sunday ticket here at home so I can watch all the games. But I like, when me and some friends get together, watch football, to go out and watch it. It gives a little bit more of an event feel to it, because I really love my football. And the idea of a movie theater wanting to leverage and use their facilities to be profitable for the theater itself, I think is a great idea. Now, if this, Rob, was in one of the regular theaters with the regular seats, I'd be, well, okay, it's still a decent idea. But the fact that they're going to put them in their prime theaters, where you can get in there, get the big leather recliners, get hot dogs, nachos, some soda, whatever, watch the game, and otherwise it's free entry on a big screen, I don't know if this is going to work. But I'll tell you what, I like that they're trying it. Why not use these movie theaters? Because remember, we've always said the movie theaters are not in the movie business. They're in the candy business. Movie theaters are kept in business. Their main source of income is what they sell at the concession stand. And if they can bring people into the theaters, on times, especially in Los Angeles, where football games are on at 10 o'clock in the morning, not a lot of people going to the movies at 10 o'clock in the morning. If you can take advantage of that, brilliant. Again, I don't know if it's going to work, but I applaud the effort for trying. What do you think about this little initiative?
I like it. I think what's not to like, especially like you said, premium theaters, but they don't serve booze, do they?
They do. They do, because like at the AMC Burbank 16, they've got the bar there, and you can bring the bar food. You can bring drinks right in.
If I can have a tasty IPA, a cold frosty one, I think this is a great idea. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a cool novelty. It brings some excitement about, especially if it's a big game. If you're watching, a big matchup, a big rivalry. I would love that. Like when I get to watch the Seahawks destroy the San Francisco 49ers, I use that as an opportunity to, I think that's great. And why not, dude? I mean, especially if the projection is great, and now with high def and with the kind of screens and the kind of projectors they have, what a cool thing to do. And can you imagine doing that like during the playoffs?
Oh,
I mean, it's like going to the public house in Los Feliz. I like doing that. I like hanging out with a bunch of people, especially you're all there. You've all rolled out to go see a game in a movie theater. So everybody's excited. Everybody knows, hey, you're an idiot just like me. I've come out to this movie theater on a Sunday with my buddies to watch a game. I think that's pretty cool. Family bonding time. How much fun's that going to be if you were there with your son or your daughter, your wife, your father, your grandparents? I mean, it could be really fun. And it's not that expensive. $10 for lunch or whatever, if that's all you're going to spend, that's not that much.
I'd probably spend more.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to get ripped. But I just think I love this idea.
And here's the other little fringe benefit. Get people who maybe don't normally come to the movie theaters come into the movie theaters. And now all of a sudden, that's a place I go. You know what? I'm going to go Thursday night, go see a movie. Maybe I wouldn't have otherwise. It just gets people into the habit of coming to the movie theaters.
Now, is this
more.
only for A-list subscribers? Do you have to be an A-list subscriber?
I looked into this and I couldn't get enough answers by the time we started the show. My understanding is if you are an A-list or Stubs member, then it's free entry. I wonder if you still can go. You know what? I got to look into it because part of me thinks it's this, you got to be an A-list member and you got to use your A-list to reserve your seat to go, right?
Yeah.
But maybe they'll have this thing, hey, if you're not an A-list member, $5 you get in, whatever. I don't know. Again, can you see any other potential drawbacks? The one I see is that it's going to make it difficult to get off the ground considering you can only show one game. And there's a lot of different people have a lot of different games they want to watch on a weekend. Can you think of any? Because I can't think of any other big drawbacks off the top of my head.
No, and I think that this shows the kind of innovation that like movie theaters exist, and obviously the idea that they have to wait around for the 8 giant tentpole movies Disney is going to release to get them through the year. I like this kind of thinking. I like this kind of innovation. I think using movie theaters as a venue for other things is smart. I think it makes it fun. I think it's also beneficial for the NFL. Yeah. Frankly, I mean, as we always hear about, attendance is down, or I like this idea, man. I don't see that there's a downside if it's handled correctly.
And again, I don't know if it's going to work. I'm not saying it will work, but I like the idea and I like the attempt. What do you guys think about all this? Will you be tempted to check it out if you're a football fan? Obviously, if you're not a football fan, this doesn't apply to you. But jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.